Hello guys, good afternoon. This is Mike Padua and we're back to our latest update. This is for severe tropical storm Verbena with international name Koto. It's the Japanese harp that's being used for this international name of this cyclone. And this is for today, Wednesday, November 26, 2025. This is our English version brought to you by Typhoon 2000 and Naga College Foundation. And we'd also like to thank our partners, 𝗗𝗶𝗺𝗶𝗺𝗿, Bank of the Philippine Island Sustainability. If you want to know more about sustainability program of the BPI, just click on the link here. If you're watching via Facebook, there's a description down here, this video, for more details. And the local government of Naga City, headed by our Honorable Mayor Leni Robredo and our Honorable Vice Mayor 𝗗𝗶𝗀𝗶𝗺𝗿. So it looks like the storm, which has been upgraded yesterday, it passed over Visayas as a low pressure area, intensified into a depression as it passes over southern Cebu, Negros, and it passed very close to El Nido once again, because the last time was Tino, and now it's Verbena, and it has intensified into a storm while passing over that area before midnight, and it's now a full-blown severe tropical storm. It's eyeing to become a typhoon once it exits the Philippine Area of Responsibility within the next 6 to 12 hours. So right now, it's speeding up over the West Philippine Sea, purely organized right now. And the trough, or the extension, or the cloudiness being left behind by Verbena has just passed north of Naga. We experienced 50 millimeters of rainfall yesterday, and the other day 35 millimeters. And right now, it's moving towards the eastern sections of Northern Luzon, which will meet with the prevailing shear line. So more rainfall are expected today over Cagayan Valley to Caraga. There are flooding right now being announced over the media. And you can hear on the background thunderstorm claps. We have a localized thunderstorm that formed a few minutes ago, and it's now moving closer to our area here in Naga. So it's a common thing when we have a tropical cyclone passing by and we have easterlies during this time of La Nina event. That's why even it's already December, we are still experiencing this kind of localized thunderstorm. So watch out for lightning strikes, possible cloud burst, okay, generated by this local thunderstorm. And here's the latest from our fast animation from the University of Wisconsin Tropical Cyclone page. As you can see here, the storm is now quickly moving away from our country, and it looks like the shear line has begun to interact with the leftover rain bands of tropical or severe tropical storm Verbena or Koto. Okay, and good weather now prevailing all across the country except for Luzon. And during the afternoon, we expect this usual afternoon or evening rain showers and thunderstorms. And right now, we have one here over Camarines Sur, and there's others over parts of the Bicol region and also over Masbate and portions of Samar provinces. So there you go. Here's the area of concern right now. People living here over Cagayan Valley are experiencing more than a month of rainfall right now. That's why there are reported flooding over the news that classes has been suspended because of the ongoing rainfall brought about by the leftover outer bands of Verbena, which has merged with the shear line, which is extending all the way here. Okay. So, how about the Bicol region? Now we are experiencing some localized thunderstorms as we move into the deeper part of the afternoon. Right now, we are hearing some thunder, okay? Thunderclaps, that's what we call. Now, let me show to you now the latest clock that we issued early this morning. This is based on the 11 p.m. forecast. And so far, based on what we are seeing on the 11 a.m. position today, the system is currently located here. Okay, it looks like it's following the track that we've created, as well as other agencies are all the same. This will be the track Once it moves out of the Philippine Area of Responsibility, Verbena might reach minimal typhoon 120 kph, and it will start to move very slowly, almost quasi-stationary, to the southwest and northwest. And then after 5 days, it looks like this system is bound for eastern Vietnam towards this area, but we hope that it will rapidly weaken because of the surge of the northeast monsoon. The dry air, cold dry air from the northeast monsoon will help the system weaken. Okay, so that's the scenario right now. And later on, we will be issuing the final advisory, the unofficial final advisory from typhoon2000.org on this tropical storm. It has now packing sustained winds of 100 kph, gusting to 130, moving west-northwest at 26. And so far, improving weather conditions will be expected over Palawan, Mindoro, and the western sections of Visayas. So here are all the Asian agencies, and it's jump-packed here. Different points. Those are different timelines because of the slow moving that is expected to come in the next 5 days. That's the reason why the agreement of all the Asian agencies are not aligned right now, but they are moving on a similar track from PAGASA, Korea, Taiwan, Beijing, Japan, Hong Kong, and the Joint Typhoon Warning Center. Okay, and here's the rain forecast for the next 5 days. So right now, we are experiencing some heavy rainfall here, on and off, 50 to more than 100 millimeters across the Cagayan Valley area and the eastern coastal areas of northern Quezon, Aurora, down up to Cagayan. And there are still some rains and showers over Calamian Group, or the Calamian Islands. That's the area of Boswanga and Coron. And here's the main bulk of the storm. That's more than 100 millimeters of rainfall. And if we move this into Thursday, it looks like the shear line is still affecting the northern portions of Cagayan Valley, northern Cagayan, and it will persist through the next 48 to 72 hours, although the coverage of the shear line will be strictly concentrated over the northernmost part of Cagayan, over Santa Ana and the coastal waters of 𝗶𝗶𝗆. So there you go. And on the last day of November, it looks like the shear line will dissipate, and much of the Philippine Islands will enjoy some good weather once again. Here comes the storm becoming a typhoon. You can see the forecast animation graphic eye of the storm. You can see the eye here based on the rain forecast. And so far, that's the forecast until the first day of December. Now, let me show to you now the forecast tracks from different reliable computer models. Let's begin with the American model. So far, after the next 5 days, severe tropical storm Koto, or Verbena, is expected to make landfall over eastern Vietnam come Tuesday, December 2nd. And up north, we have another surge of the northeast monsoon digging down over northern Luzon, and it looks like it will move down over the coastal waters of the Bicol region. So we could expect the first blast of the northeast monsoon, also known as Amihan in Tagalog, and we expect this to bring some cooler conditions and some fast breeze of up to 50 kilometers per hour. And so far, the American model doesn't show anything except a very small area of LPA here east of Samar. Because of the northeast monsoon, it's it's inhibiting the formation of these LPAs. So so far, the forecast of more than 5 days or highly uncertain doesn't show anything from the American model. Even on the 14th day, December 10, all we can see here is the surge of the northeast monsoon, although we have here a somewhat small circulation on the southern edge of the northeast monsoon. There's another one here that is forming to the west of Palawan, but there's no problem since this system will proceed towards Vietnam based on what we are seeing during December season. Okay. Now let's take a look at the European model for the next 5 days. Same situation. It looks like it will Verbena will track towards eastern Vietnam within the next 5 to 6 days, making landfall south of Da Nang. And as we move into the 6 to 14 day forecast, which is highly uncertain, low probability, we are now looking at a low pressure system here based on the European model forming to the east of Samar right here, but it's not intensifying, just a shallow LPA or a weak LPA, and it will pass over Samar and Bicol region on the 5th of December. And you could see here the surge as well of the northeast monsoon going down towards the Bicol region. So there might be some rain showers likely. We will give you the very latest on the rain forecast once we are within the 5-day range, since it's highly uncertain if we discuss this between the 6th to 14 days from now or 300 hours from now. But here we go. There's a low pressure system here on December 6 entering PAR. It's a very, I can call this a midget, small or a midget tropical cyclone or a low pressure system becoming a tropical depression or very small tropical storm. December 7, it's going to pass northeast of Catanduanes as a minimal tropical storm. And it looks like it will interact with the surge of the northeast monsoon. So this is the surge of the northeast monsoon. Usually during December, it usually interacts with a tropical cyclone whenever there's a tropical cyclone. So there's no break on the ridge. So it will interact with the system. Likely it might move towards the southwest like that, because that's generally the steering pattern or steering flow of the northeast monsoon, driving storms on a southwesterly track. And based on the forecast, it looks like on December 9, late evening or early morning of December 10, it will make landfall or pass over Camarines Norte. But again, folks, this is highly uncertain. Okay, less than 20% probability. All we have to do is wait, watch, and observe until we are within the 3 to 5 day forecast. Because if we are going to keep this forecast seriously, it will not do good to us. Okay, it will just do some harm or worrying, always worrying. So no need to worry. Just watch the system. So we will get back to that weather system every time we have a YouTube and Facebook video analysis on the weather. But rest assured, we are monitoring this seriously every now and then. And so far, the probability remains very low, okay, or highly uncertain. So that's the forecast of the European model. And here's the European model ensemble. These are a series of plots of that system. And it shows here that there might really be a low pressure system forming. But as of now, it's like playing a game of darts wherein you are 20 meters away from the dartboard. Okay, just imagine you keep on throwing to hit the bullseye, but it doesn't hit. So that's the scenario of long-range forecast of more than 5 days. Now, if we are within 5 days, you are now very close to the dartboard. It's easy to target the bullseye. Okay, so that's usually what I'm explaining all the time, that forecast of more than 5 days are highly uncertain, not to be concerned. All we have to do is just observe, and we don't rule out that possibility of having no storm, but it looks like the ensemble is populating it. So we will wait and see. Once we are now within 5 days, most of the models agree. Okay, and then if most of them are blended, that's the time that the probability will dramatically increase. Now let's take a look at the Google DeepMind. So here's the Google DeepMind. It says here that it will form on the last 2 days of November 29, as a low pressure area here. But you can see here the area of, or the cone of uncertainty, it's too wide from Davao region up to Batanes. So we still don't know where will be the final track of the system, since it's still more than 10 days to go. So we will just observe this. So based on the forecast here, based on the midpoint or the mean track of this system, it looks like it will pass just to the northeast of Bicol region, making landfall over Aurora province. That's a bad thing that will happen, if it will happen. I hope not. Okay, so all eyes. We just need to observe the system. But so far, relax. Let's all pray that these computer models will dramatically improve without any cyclone. All we have to do is to pray hard that all of them will track towards this direction. I hope that it will be towards this direction. Okay, that's what we are doing, to have a positive thoughts to all of you, that this kind of a curvature happens. There are some storms that recurve towards the northeast without hitting any portions of the Philippines. So we will observe that in the coming days. And for the wave heights, it looks like more than 3 meters of waves are still prevailing across the west and east Philippine Sea, except if you are located here east of Mindanao. Although the wave heights is still hitting around 2 meters, it's still dangerous to small sea crafts, as well as here over the central waters of the Philippines. But through the weekend, you can see here the high waves, or the large waves, are more concentrated east of Vietnam, over the West Philippine Sea, while the central waters of our country will be back to calm levels to 1 meter in wave height, which is calm to light waves, while here over the East Philippine Sea, it will remain rough and dangerous to small sea vessels. You can see here, because of the shear line, it's still more than 3 meters in wave heights. And then on December 1, it looks like this is much better wave conditions over the East Philippine Sea, from 1 to 2 meters. But again, it's risky to travel on a very small bangka, or very small fishing vessel, unless you have a medium to large size trolley. So it's not a problem. If you are just being a fisherman with a small fishing boat, it's better to have to fish around here over the central waters of our country, because the wave heights here is less than a meter. Okay, and here's the latest from the Global Tropics Hazards Outlook from the Climate Prediction Center of NOAA. This is valid for the next 2 to 3 weeks, wherein the third week is highly uncertain. We begin with week 2, valid December 3 to December 9. We are looking at a more than 20% of a tropical cyclone formation within the Philippine Sea. Again, more than 20% is considered low. You can see here the 3 levels. The dark or the maroon color is highly certain, or high probability. more than 40% is medium probability, and the more than 20% is low probability. Now on the third week, December 10 to December 16, same situation, more than 20% low probability of a tropical cyclone formation. So there's nothing to worry as of now. How about PAGASA? Here's the latest from the PAGASA Weather Bureau. This is the latest tropical cyclone threat potential. So far for week 1, November 24 to November 30, we have here the occurrence of Verbena moving away from our country, and currently is located here. Okay. And then as for the week 2, we have a low probability of a tropical cyclone-like vortex, or TCLV, which is likely a low pressure system with very low likelihood of tropical cyclone formation. So there's nothing to worry on the second week. And we will keep you updated from time to time to give you the very latest threat potential, as well as advisories if there's a cyclone forming, and the latest from the various computer models. Okay, so there you go. That's the latest for this Wednesday, November 26. And I think I will end now the coverage on tropical or severe tropical storm Verbena with international name Koto. And I'll be back sometime tomorrow or Friday, since we have 2 days of talks to be conducted here in Naga City. Thank you so much for watching our channel. Stay safe always. God bless. And have a great week ahead.